Hey, hey, yo, Elon. Hey, Elon. I heard the taxi didn't go too well, dude. Come on now. What happened? No, it's cool. It's cool. I still made money. So, hey, do what you got to do. All right. Just call me when we run up. All right. All right. All right. I'll let them know. Okay, hold up. Elon said, "What's up?" What is up? What is up? Up. Lights on. What is good? Hey, your boy is fresh from a convention. I shoved my face, shoveled it, and I had to hop on this live, and I still got a meeting in about 40 minutes. So your boys has been going nonstop, but I'm here for y'all. Let's go. Put a 1 in the chat if you ate on Amazon or Tesla. I said this yesterday. I asked the same question yesterday. Let's go. Let's go. Seriously, I put out Tesla and Amazon on June 23rd. June 23rd. I said it was a swing trade, right? I held my position from the 23rd till today. And that results 400. It actually ran up to about 480%, but I only got out about 430%. Oh, dang. Like, oh, dang. Let's go. Yes, I love the ones in the chat. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Hold up. I don't got no tissue for you, big dog. I wish I did. I wish I did. Hey, you can order a Sacrifice for Riches shirt and dab your eyes if you want to. I don't know what to tell you. There'll always be another play. That's what I can say. There'll always be another play, everybody. If y'all know me, there's a reason why KG, if you are in Keenan Grace's Discord or the Sacrifice for Riches Discord or just a YouTube member, people call me Swing Trade Rail. And that's because I found a system that works for me. And when I hit, I hit. It is what it is. I lose just like everybody else, but my wins are bigger than my losses. I can lose 5 days in a row and that doesn't really happen. But if it does, one play could wipe out those losses and then stack up gains on top of it. And that's what happened today. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with those gains because I think it's important. And technically, I'm going to turn this into a lesson, but we're going to start that next month for the doctorates, the anglers, the megalodons. So if you're not a member of any Discord, any community, I strongly recommend that you get into one. The reason for it, it's not about the plays, y'all. Look, let me say this real quick. You don't join a Discord for the plays. Now, that is, in my opinion, a bonus to being in the Discord is being able to like kind of piggyback or just checking out somebody else's due diligence, right? And then you doing your own, and then you might catch a train, right? We got the rail train going today, which is dope. But the real reason to join a Discord is to be a part of a community, right? Is to be around like-minded individuals, because let's face it, many of us, our inner circle probably aren't doing what we're doing and probably not sacrificing the same way for the riches that we want to gain, right? They doing their thing the way they want to. Some people are just stacking their money. Some people are working hard at their 9 to 5s. Some people are hustling, starting companies, whatever your friends are doing to hustle and make money for their family. It's all love. It's all game. But this takes a thick skin and it takes mental fortitude to stick with it. And there's just not a lot of people that are doing this that also has a friend or a buddy like that they can just like shoot the crap with and talk the same language. So that is why you join a community, right? The benefits of the community, then the lessons that you learn, and then the support that you gain. That's what it's about. And then these wins that you see on the screen, that's gravy on top, because at the end of the day, the idea is for you to try to win on your own, right? Learn so you can grow and be self-sustaining, because if you are self-sustaining, then nobody can take that away from you, right? When you're generating your own income, nobody can take that away from you, which is dope. So shout out to everybody that played the play. I know that we made money in various aspects. I know somebody made money on BP. We've seen some people on IWM. We've seen people killing it on AMD, NVIDIA, you name it. The market was just on fire. You just had to figure out what play you wanted to pick, right? So shout out to every like 42 people right now that I see. We're gonna get into the charts. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. We're gonna get into the charts. I'm gonna go over Tesla. I'm gonna go over Amazon, and then I'm just gonna pretty much talk about those levels and what we can potentially see going into tomorrow. If I have time, I'll take a ticker or so and look into that. One I will do in particular is AMD, because somebody in the Discord asked and I hadn't had the time to get back to that individual. So I got you, big dog, if you are tuned in. But then I got a jet because I have a meeting. You know, it is what it is. Your boy's gonna be working till sundown, right? So it is what it is. So let me read the comments. Thanks everybody for being here. While we're waiting, take a moment, hit the like button. Do it for your boy. That's all I ask. We get paid pennies to come on here and share the knowledge that we have, right? So do what you can, and that's pressing the like button. If somebody told me that, hey, I'll give you $1 million worth of game, right? All you have to do is press one button, right? When you do it, let's do it. I'm not a millionaire, but I know what it takes to get there. Why? Because I've seen people lay out the blueprint, and then I'm also making my own way. I'm just trying to take people with me. So let's get it. All right. Let me read the comments, and then we're going to dive into the charts. All right, man, your boy is running on fumes. All right. Okay. What's up? What's up, Roll Life? What's up, Will? With the fee. My dogs are in the building. What's up, Paris, Reg? Hey, please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Take the time to do that. Teresa retracted the message. All right, Denise, what's up? Yep, just don't get off the train at the first stop. Hey, Denise is one of my our sacrifice for riches queens. She's a megalodon, and we have a saying called like the rail train. Because typically if I'm posting something, it's going for 100% plus, right? And too often, like I give levels on the way to the max take profit, and Denise sometimes be taking that TP1. And the rest of the family be on to the next station. But I get it. Hey, gains are gains, right? So shout out to the queen. Man is a sharpshooter for real. Let's go, Simba. I love that name. Michelle, always showing up and showing love. Thank you so much. Some more. Hey, I appreciate every penny I can get. They might be discontinuing the penny, but I count mine. Give me 100 million pennies all day. I'll take them right to the bank. Immortal, appreciate you too, big dog. Just for being here, it's a blessing. So I thank you. Kieran, hey, what's up, Trenton? Big bruh, let's go. And Shelly's a goat on fire. You see her emoji, her name's in green. That means that she's an OG of the channel. So shout out to her for being here and being a longtime supporter of your boy. So thank you so much for being here, Shelly. As always, I'm still working on what I'm working on for you. But like tonight is my night where I need to dive in and get that stuff figured out. But man, the time is crazy. All right. Christine, thank you. So man, I haven't seen you in a little bit. What's up, Queen? Thank you. Jeff, my boy. Okay. You got a question. Okay, I got an answer. Roll Life, showing love. God dang it, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. Finally got my savings account straight. Let's go. Hopefully you can get lunch. Hey, you just paid for my my brisket sandwich, big dog. Thank you. Much love. I shoveled it, didn't get time to enjoy it. All right, so I'm running out of time. Jeff, hit me with the question. I got to dig into these charts, and then we got to keep it moving. Where do you put your funds? We're gonna talk about that because you asked about it, but I'm gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna double back so y'all don't leave. At the end, it's gonna be important. In my opinion, it's something worth sticking around for. All right, so let's talk about it. Hold up. All right, we ready? All right, so there should be no surprise, all right? Because guess what we did? I laid out this yesterday, and I also laid out this on the 23rd. So this is gonna be real quick and brief. If you were here, great. If you weren't, it's gonna be brief. And man, tune in, and then I will continue to do my best to share the game with you. Not financial advice at all. Everything that I do is what I do for me. Any play that I post is a play that I'm getting into. I don't just post contracts and just write in whatever. I'm getting in it, right? So I give you the levels so you can take action. I tell you to set alerts so you can take action. I can't always post, hey, I'm entering. I was at a conference today for 4 hours talking to people all day, and I was still trying my best to help the community, but I can only do so much. I got an alert, I couldn't play it, I sent it to the community, and that was on HIMS. All right, what's up, Chef? Okay, so is that Chef? Trenton, are you Chef? I don't know. Okay, supply zone. So we ran up here, we established supply on the 1 hour chart. I drew the candles, right? I drew my box, we ran up. I noticed that we failed to break above, right? This to find confirmation. When we rejected and we dojied at the top, that was my indication of an evening star, which is a potential reversal candlestick, okay? Dude, thank you so much, big dog. Hey, shout out to you. $20, man. Hey, much love, y'all. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And hopefully that means that you've been eating, big dog. So thank you. Okay, so, but I gotta keep it going. Oh, no, Chef is my boy. Hey, yeah, Chef's my boy too. So anyway, we hopped into puts right here, right? So we played this first leg down, right? And some of you ate off of this. Then we had another setup. Now I told y'all what was likely gonna happen, right? I said that we had this, hold on, we did it on a shorter time frame. I said that we have this symmetrical triangle. I taught y'all as far as what that meant, right? Hold on, let me make sure I'm on the after hours, extended hours, okay. So the symmetrical triangle. And I said, typically when we break this, we have some false moves. Now, because of what happened, I'm gonna have to extend it because in the overnight hours, it extended. So what we've been fortunate enough to see is this false move that I was telling you about. We've been seeing it during the overnight or pre-market hours, which is great because we hate to see it during the main hours because your emotions get involved, right? Especially if you've never seen the setup before. So as I said, right, this is the symmetrical triangle, right? And I said there's a 52% chance that it will continue in the trend it fell into that chart pattern. So this fell into this chart pattern, right? So there's a 52% chance that it was going to continue down. This is why I did not sell out of my position. A couple reasons. One, 344.83 was a key level of previous support that we failed to retake. For as long as we were under this level, I was not selling my position. If you zoom out and look left, you would see what I'm talking about. So during the overnight hours, we fell down, like breakout. Then, like I said, it breaks down and it comes back up. So, and it came back up just to retest the high of, the 344. And this all happened in overnight hours. And then we opened and fell like a rock. And it was a beautiful thing. You had time to enter this play at open. At open. We were at This is a high volume node at 343.74. And then we fell below that level that I told y'all to look out for yesterday of 344.83. When you see something like this, when you see a key level, right, and you see that we consistently show resistance at this level, it is okay if you've done your due diligence and if you're comfortable, right, with your technicals. It's okay to hop into a short, right? Because look how close you are. Hold on, hopefully, yeah, look how close you are to your key level. So that means your risk reward is your risk is low in relation to your reward. Now, I've been preaching for 2 days that Tesla was going to go to 325. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me say that. In the past 2 days, I said Tesla was going to go to 325. And of course, it fell a lot further, right? I'm going to have to find the actual chart that I'm working on because this is not it from what I updated with. But anyway, y'all seen what happened, okay? So we fell all the way down. We didn't get scared. We didn't get scared because it was breaking through. It was forming imbalances, sell side imbalances, solid strong wicks or candles in increase in value, right? And we were just blowing through what I identified as high volume nodes. These are areas of interest where buyers and sellers are in agreement of price. But guess what? The seller's like, yeah, nah. No. Keep on coming down. We don't like it right there. We like it at 320, right? And sure enough, I did have 320 tagged. I have to find the other chart that I have set up so you can see it. Oops. I can't show you that. Probably too late. Let's see if I have it set up in a different chart. Let's hide this. Yes. Okay, here we go. So this sell-off, we came, I knew, right? You know when you hit a level like this, you have to wait for confirmation, right? And when you get a doji following a break of a key level, then that's not necessarily confirmation. Like, you got to be careful with this because now you're likely looking for retracement. And sure enough, we retraced, we retested, and now we're living back above 325, right? Now this isn't the chart I was looking for, but nonetheless, y'all get what I'm trying to say. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Okay. So that's it. That's the business. Now, as far as if we're going back up, man, I got to find the chart that I had this on because the other chart I have has the golden pocket set up on it. And that's kind of what I want to show. And I don't know if yes, this is it. Perfect. Sorry for this. Again, I am getting into this right now, coming from work and stuff in my face. Okay. So you see, we fell to a level. This is the bottom of the golden pocket, which I identified yesterday, 320.76. We had a couple imbalances, whatever. And then look, we had a strong bounce. Now, this doing what it does, right? You could have hopped into calls, and then this would have been your stop loss. But man, I made my money. I was done. I was out. But we came back and we retook this level of 325.68, which again, confirmation above means calls, right? Confirmation below means puts. That's kind of how you need to look at the levels. If you see me give you take profit targets, then those take profit targets become either previous levels of support or resistance. So you can essentially look to them to hop into calls or shorts, depending on if it confirmed above or below. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. But the thing is that when you're doing that, you really need to make sure that you know where your target is, because, for example, if so we said under 331.89, I called this out. First of all, I said this is one of our take profit targets. And I said, I'm not selling unless we confirm above. I'm sure some of you got that message. Now, we did try to spike into it, but we never confirmed above. So I never sold my position, right? And I was actually on like the 45-second chart paying attention to Tesla as it was coming on down. How much time I got? Excuse me. Come on now. Okay, my hold up. System's being stupid. It won't let me go over. Okay. Again, I'm working like with my tablet as a second screen, y'all, so just bear with me. So look, this broke through. I have sell side imbalance, right? And then it went back up, but I didn't get scared because as we cross this golden pocket, this is the top of the golden pocket, I noticed that this bar closed with a high wick, right? And then we started to form another symmetrical triangle type of situation because I seen a higher low and a lower high, right? So this is the start of a symmetrical triangle. But guess what? We fell right back into it and then we sold off. Beautiful thing, right? So this is just how we played it, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully everybody makes some money. And hopefully we can continue to do it. I want y'all to understand though, with Tesla, after Tesla makes big moves, typically there's a neutral position that's occurring, okay? Again, this happened, we rode the wave up too. Like this is old, right? This is early June, right? We were waiting for this breakout and then Tesla just took off because of the Cybertruck stuff. I'm sorry, the taxi stuff, right? So we were already ready for everything. There's multiple symmetrical triangles. So when you see that, just understand that there's like a 52% chance that there's a continuation to happen, but there's likely going to be a false move before it chooses the proper direction. Hopefully that makes sense. Mic check. I think that's better. All right, let me look at the comments quick. I got only a couple minutes, y'all, and then I gotta get going. So my chart looking exactly like that trend line and all. You stole my phone. That Tesla I held was amazing. I have forgot I was in it and remembered at 10. Let's go, Sabrina. It's nothing better. See, that's the beautiful thing about swing trades too. You can set it and you can forget it. If your plan was to hold something, then guess what? You can walk away. Set your stop loss. You know where the play is invalidated and just walk off, right? I'm trying to ride that short. I feel you, real life, but man, you gotta get off. You gotta get off the train and take your money. Sometimes you just gotta be happy with the destination. Sabrina says I was already in it throughout all the choppiness yesterday, and you being in it made me feel better about holding it overnight. I had two. Shout out to you. I'm not always right. I love it when I am, but yeah, when it works out, it works out. So good for you. I'm happy you ate. What's orange for? The orange dotted line typically lines up with, the orange one right here. This is the golden pocket. So I think these are two different colors, but this is the range of the golden pocket, which I have identified right here. Okay. Okay. Traditionally, my golden pocket is this right here. I'll show you, but I didn't want that much noise on my chart right now. So this is how golden pockets are typically labeled on my chart. But anyway, all right. In the chat, orange for in the chat. Orange is Big Dog leaving me $20. I see that. What's up, Lisa? Sorry, I didn't see you. Thoughts on swinging back up? I'm cool with it for as long as we stay above the golden pocket. But again, this is a chop zone. This is a chop zone. I would not just be jumping in this willy-nilly. The ideal situation is to hop in if we confirm above 331.89 or if we confirm below 320.76. So that's what I would be looking for. All right, so how do we donate? There's a money sign by the chat, Teresa. It should be like a square button with a money sign. Okay. Much love in advance. Okay. So, and I got a couple more minutes. So the other play that we ran, look, y'all, Tesla, pretty much the same play, but in reverse, same levels in reverse. Okay. So I will dig into this a little bit more tonight, and I'll make sure that I post, I'll just post the entries and exits, take profit targets that I'm looking at for Tesla. But just so you know, with me and Tesla, I typically just take my money and run, and I don't play Tesla for weeks. All right. When I play Tesla, I typically win. Same with Disney, same with SoFi. There's a reason why I don't talk about them all the time, is because I like the setup for the big plays. And because they move, right? There's a lot of chopping here, but I prefer the bigger play. So with Amazon, I drew this up yesterday, right? I only hopped out of Amazon because I didn't want to lose no money. I bought a $69 contract, right? And I rented up for 100%. You guys were aware of those contracts. Especially Discord members, Sacrifice for Riches, and I believe KGU knew as well. I don't post these things on YouTube, YouTube posts. So if you're trying to get in on the plays, then consider joining one of the Discords. Okay, links to them are in the description. Okay. So and typically, just so y'all know, this is a lot of noise. I typically don't have my EMAs on my chart unless we're trending. And then it's me trying to not fight the trend because I get slapped up sometimes when I do it. But anyway, we had this short move, right? We had this symmetrical triangle on Amazon, right? And we fell through, but this happened again in the overnight hours, like right before close, and then overnight hours. And then we rocketed up. But again, I was not nervous because the play has not been invalidated. My play on Amazon was as low as negative 30%, negative 35% today, but I held through. Why? Because I got in where I got in, but I also knew that I needed to confirm above this level before I was to exit the play. But I fully understood the risk before I hopped in. That's why I was comfortable with a $69 contract. Now, if this was like a $200 contract or something like that, then I probably would have killed it at 15% or something like that, and then I would have waited to see, I would have got an entry closer to this high of 214.58, right? But notice how we continue to wick. And I'm sorry, I typically have this blown up a little bit more so you guys can see numbers. Let's see if I can do it. That might be a little bit better. But yeah, but this was a short-term type of like symmetrical triangle, but I zoomed out and I showed you guys my long-term outlook on Amazon. And I said that we are in a descending triangle. I drew it up for you. We're in a descending triangle and we are continuously showing lower highs, right? And now we are on our way to retest this support line, right? So again, for Amazon, I might be looking to re-enter this position tomorrow, right? Given that we reject, if we do retrace all the way up here, if we reject at 213, if we come back to 213 on Amazon and we show a price action candle, right? I'm gonna show you an example of that. So look at the middle row. It shows bearish, and then like I'm looking for like a shooting star or a bearish engulfing or 3 black crows. These are candlestick patterns that I've selected that has good great probabilities of a reversal occurring. So for example, when you see the bearish engulfing chart, candlestick pattern, it's a red candle that engulfs a green one, which signals a reversal. The probability is 75%, is stronger with a volume confirmation. So does that make sense? So when you see a bearish engulfing, you look for bearish engulfing, and then you look down at the value and you make sure that it's matching, right? And then if you want, good idea is to wait for the second candle to see how that's starting to form. And if it's starting to fall and volume is increasing, then that's telling you that sellers are likely more aggressive and more likely to push that stock down, right? So that's just game for you. If you don't have this, go ahead. I'm gonna do a fit to screen and take a screenshot. Fit to screen. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you so choose. I have about 2 to 3 minutes and I got to get up. Shout out to you, Harlan. Thanks again though, big dog. Okay, with these final minutes, okay? First of all, shout out to 62 of you that I see for tuning in and showing love to your boy. If you have not hit the like button, let's take a moment. Let's take less than a minute and hit the like button. And then I'm gonna get into something I think is very important, and I'm gonna cover it in about 2 to 3 minutes total. And then we're gonna sign off, and then we're gonna keep it moving, all right? So do me a favor and hit the like button, y'all. Oh, I gotta be quick. I gotta do AMD, because somebody asked. AMD. See if I got time. All right, so let's look at AMD real quick. Now AMD is on an absolute rocket, so we're gonna zoom all the way out. I'm gonna reset my chart. I'm gonna take a look at the weekly and then see where we are. See if we can find a potential entry. I'm already long. I'm in AMD currently. As far as stock position, everybody. So just know. Okay. So it just crossed a critical line, a critical level right now with AMD, okay? And essentially, we need to find the support above 131.13. And if we live up here, then our next level of resistance isn't until about 157, right? So let's go ahead and let me zoom in. I gotta be quick because I don't want to be late for a meeting. Now, typically, I would go on my charts and I would find my supply and my demand zones, but I don't really have a lot of time for that. So I'm going to go ahead and then just see what I can see right here, okay? Yeah, so this is definitely where I'm going to have it listed as my support. So this is my new trading zone for AMD. Yep. Man, I gotta get back to my office. Nope. Excuse me. Come on now. All right, I'm getting close enough. My mouse and everything is like laggy. So, all right, so with AMD, on the weekly, man, that is a nice run up. Okay. All right, so this is what I see. I don't have demand established right now, but we are in a bullish trend, right? We pumped through this floor. So this is the level now that we're gonna hit, in my opinion, with AMD before we start to either get choppy or see possible signs of a reversal. So in the near term, we actually have supply here at this level. So I would tell everybody, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to say to me that I am looking for potential shorts of AMD around 151.19. I'm not interested in put options unless I hit that target and I see I still got this up. Unless I see one of those price action candlesticks pop up, okay? So I'm gonna set an alert. And this is something I would recommend everybody does. So you don't need to be glued to your phone. And on here, on this alert, double tap, hit my message. Look for puts with confirmed price action. Now, of course, at this level, if I confirm above 150, 191, I'm likely to look for calls with my next, with my take profit target of 173.79. All right. So, all right, I got 2 minutes. So real quick, I got less than about 2 minutes. Everybody hit the like button, please. What's up, bro? What app is, that's TradingView. So somebody asked me today, well, actually, I just told everybody, once I got these gains on Tesla and Amazon, I said instantly, I'm taking out 70% of those profits. Why do I do that? Well, one, it keeps me in check. It prevents me from oversizing with my next options trade. Because I remember back in the day, you know, I'll start with a $500 or $1,000 account. And then if I win big, then my next trade would be about 4 or 5 contracts, right? Whereas I only spent 1 or 2 contracts to make the profits, but then I end up losing faster than I made the money because I'm over leveraging myself. So I take 70% of my profits out of the position, and then I have my starting balance for my account size, and then the little bit of profits that I left in there to keep me grounded, right? Because I know I can grow a $300 account. Right? I know I can grow a $1,000 account. I don't need $5,000 in an account in order for me to make money. All right. So I don't need 10 contracts for me to make money. Right. So this is just how I'm doing it. So I can stay consistent. And so I don't blow my accounts. Right. The name of the game is staying in for as long as you can. Right. The longer you're in this game, the more your eyes get tuned to this, the more mental fortitude that you establish, you build and put on armor the longer you're in this game. But if you are winning and then you are going in heavier after you win, then you're gonna lose, right? And you're gonna lose big because now you want to get rich quick scheme and you think that, oh, I hit 600 or 500% here, I can do it again. But this time with 10 contracts because you said, man, only if I went heavier on Tesla, I'm gonna go heavier the next time, and then you get slapped up. So you got to be careful. And this is why I take my money out. I take 70% out. I put 50% of that money in a long-term investment. So my Roth IRA, and I do the other 50% in a high yield savings account. And that will sit there in case I need to use that as capital for an account that I might blow, whatever. But guess what I'm not doing? I'm not digging into my paycheck anymore to fund my accounts. I stopped doing that by doing this method. So hopefully it helps you. All right. So, hey, Donnie, thank you so much, big dog. Thank you so much for the $10. I truly appreciate it. Y'all show some big time love today. So thank you so much. Yeah, like, subscribe. If y'all want to be a part of the Sacrifice for Riches, if you want to be in that Discord, then go ahead and hit, you have to be a minimum or above. If you are a KGU and you're in this live stream, then please make sure you sign up for a doctorate tier because me and the other crowns, we're trading live and we are doing deep dives on chart analysis or whatnot. Okay. So I have a link for that in the comments. Check it out. Right. It is what it is. That's all I got. Thank y'all for everything. I have to go. I have a meeting to go to. Much love, and I'll see y'all in the Discord. Hit me up on the comments after this video. Rewatch it, share it, show some love. I'm trying to grow, and I don't have a lot of public videos that I put out there. So I appreciate everybody in advance. This is Stocks Pharrell. Sacrifice for Riches. Take care. You still see me.